is Chaz Horn. In talking with many B2b business owners over the years of small businesses, one of the conversations that comes up or questions is how can we measure customer loyalty? And when we discuss a little bit deeper, really what they're trying to find out is how can we build rock solid, loyal customer relationships that naturally lead to upsells and cross sells. By the way, two simple things to measure customer loyalty is, are you getting referrals from them, and are they coming to you asking for ways to solve a particular problem? If they're coming to you asking for how can I solve this problem, you know you're doing something right. But let's get back to building customer loyalty, because there's a system, a process, and a strategy that works very well. As a matter of fact, one of the clients I worked with used this strategy to work with they talked with one of their customers, a loyal customer of 10 years, and the average revenue from this customer, total revenue, was 40,000. It varied from year to year. But they used this process and this strategy, and this is a very cool story. They were able to take this customer and go from 40,000 to $1.5 million. I actually have a case study in a masterclass. The link is below. You can watch that. I go into more details. But let's get back to what the process is and the strategy. Every company in your business, or at least should know, there should be like maybe top 3 things to measure your performance. And first and foremost, obviously you have to have a strong back end. Your operation has to be solid. And even if it isn't solid, that's okay, because you can use this process to help you and help you to communicate. And if there's problems and things, because you know what, we're not perfect. But when we're not perfect and we're talking to our customers and clients, it's okay. It's what we do with the problems that are there and how we resolve them. So this report, it is a report, you call it a grade card or scorecard, takes those 3 things. We'll tell you what, let's talk about a managed service company, an IT company that I worked with recently. This is what they did. They took on a new customer, and before taking on the new customer, they discovered that with their previous IT company, managed service company, that they had 43 service tickets a month. Unacceptable. They had downtime, something like 6-7 hours of their network a month, and they were experiencing some other problems with productivity. Okay, so after 3 months, they were able to compile the information, and you should be able to have a process to compile information so you can put it into a scorecard. They were able to compile the information, and they were able to reduce the downtime of their network from 6 hours a month, 6 to 7, something like that, to 1.5 hours a month. They were able to reduce the service tickets. My brain froze there for a second. They were able to reduce the service tickets from 43 to 6 in average over a quarter a month. And then something like the productivity, I forget exactly how they scored this, but they were able to increase productivity like 19%. Well, pretty simple. If you reduce downtime from 6 to 7 hours to 1.5, that's going to increase productivity. But they put together the scorecard, and then they reviewed it with their customer, and their customer was like, whoa. Now, really important here, because when you have something put together professionally, and I'm not talking about perfection, because perfection is the opposite of doing, but when you put together something that's professional, that has accurate information, yes, it has to be accurate. If you don't have accurate information, you're going to look very foolish. And you review it with the customer, and you have them give you feedback on that, it's powerful. And most importantly, you don't want to just talk with your one contact within the company. You want to use this report to leverage the relationship within the customers. On average, when you do the strategy right, now again, I talk about the strategy within my masterclass, link is below. When you use the strategy properly, you're able to bring in an average of 2 to 3 more people within the company to sit there and find out, the performance, what you're doing for the customer. Okay, and it's very powerful. As a matter of fact, one customer in particular, he was only able to meet with the materials manager. They used this report and were able to meet with his boss, who was the ultimate decision maker, and reviewing the information, they were able to see that, hey, And as a matter of fact, the customer said, I would give you guys an A plus. Now understand his boss is sitting there and he still said A plus. And his boss said, Ron, why aren't we considering them for this? And this was a not managed services, but a managed inventory opportunity for the supplier. And within 4 months, they picked up that opportunity. It was $250,000 in extra annual revenue. Currently, they're doing like $189 a year, something like that in total revenue. So the process works. When you work the process, click the link below. Oh, before I get into this is why this is essential. Because these are stats by Gallup. First 6 months of 2017, 29% of your B2B customers are engaged. And why that's important is this. Check this out, okay? It's when you have higher engagement scores, you achieve 50% higher revenue in sales, 34% higher profitability, and 55% higher share of the market. So 71% of small businesses don't get it. They're not engaging their customers in a way that's effective. Most small businesses, again, 71%, according to this stat by Gallup, are engaging by, they're late paying a bill, so they're reaching out to them. Or the customer or client has a problem and they're reaching out to you or has a question. You have to be proactive, and you have to have a process and a system in place. And this goes much deeper than having an account manager, because account managers don't know and understand in general the process and the system and a strategy to incorporate numbers, real numbers, to review with the customer. When you do it, it's powerful. You are going to increase, this is with my past clients, anywhere from 39 to 75% with your current customers alone, when you work the process and it's consistent. Very cool. So click the link below, learn more, and until I hear your comment or I talk to you again, go rock this day.